She ain't real. She ain't gonna be able to love you like I will. She is a stranger. You and I had history, don't you remember? Sure, she's got it all. But baby, is that really what you want?
Bless your soul, you got your head in the clouds. She made a fool out of you, and boy, you're bringing me down. She wants your heart melt as you cold to the core. But rumor has it she ain't got your love anymore.
Rumor has it. 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 Whoa ha ha ha. Whoa ha ha ha. Whoa ha ha ha. Whoa ha ha ha. Whoa. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha.
Do the end.
Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha. Whoa. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha.
Whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha ha, whoa ha,
Whoa ha ha ha.
whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha ha, whoa ha.
I was just gonna be Adele at the end and be like, thank you. I love the wow.
Bloody mess is what it was. Fuck you all. I know. I feel like Adele would love the fuck out of it.
I know she do, Adele. You just stand there.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XD. I am your host, XD, aka, Steel Here.
I'm.
Yeah.
He's. They're still here.
Yeah.
Here. You see, I made it inclusive.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
still here. Yeah.
They're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A remix, nigga.
Chris Rodgers is here, y'all.
What's going on, y'all? It's Chris Rodgers, a.k.a. Where's Kelly Price, a.k.a. 1-800 Call Me Now for Jen Shaw, and a.k.a. Erica Girardi going to jail. It's your boy, Chris Rodgers.
What?
You covered all of Bravo.
Wow.
All of that.
Wow.
Listen, I'm trying to get paid.
Right. All right. Well, let me cover the news. It's Jay, aka Fuck Kyle Rittenhouse, aka Fuck that judge too, aka Fuck his mother and his lineage, aka Fuck the police, aka Fuck 12, aka
KFC, because I know that's not 11 spices. Yeah.
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 Fuck KFC.
Originally in my ass.
Fuck your original recipe, your soggy ass chicken. Fuck your slave master ass mascot.
Fuck the Colonel.
Knocked him having an
Still
overseer
to this
as their
day.
mascot all these years.
He ain't changed nothing.
Hey, you're the grand wizard
man.
of chicken. That's
Wait.
Okay. Hetty, fry me up another piece of that soggy ass chicken.
Do y'all remember when they pulled Reba to be the new Colonel, and Reba got in there for like one commercial and was like, no, I'm good.
because the community was like, no, queen.
Can't do this.
No.
You not that country, no.
No, queen. This
Reba
ain't
said,
for
I got
your
black
girl.
friends.
This ain't for your girl. Well, I'm going to just shut up because I don't really know. I don't be knowing what these white women doing. Because here I was thinking, I also have not paid attention to this lady since The Simple Life. I didn't know Paris Hilton voted for Trump. I didn't know Paris Hilton actively, openly.
You see, I tried to.
I didn't know anything about
You
her.
see, I tried
except
to be
the simple
ignoring
life
white women
and the cooking
like,
show.
not ignore, but like just not get too into
see?
them because, yeah.
No,
but
ignore.
damn it.
No, you said it.
This
You
was
said
like
it.
when
Yeah.
Brittany was on Ryan Seacrest and she figured out he wasn't gay. Like that's me right now. Like Paris Trump.
You ever see that clip?
There's an infamous
Wait, what?
interview of Ryan Seacrest, Britney Spears, and will.i.am. And will.i.am says something about a girl, and Britney goes to correct him and is like, wait a minute. And then Ryan like confirms that he likes girls. So in the moment, in her head, she's like, everybody else, like, oh,
does?
wow. Okay, he likes girls, sure. Like,
Now, I don't know much about algebra,
I'm not to.
but I know
Check your
1 plus
your,
1 don't equal
text,
3.
Jade. I just.
I'm
sent it to
just.
you. But how was y'all's week in the meantime?
Bless his soul, he got his head in the clouds. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
bless, yeah. Listen, Adele, call me.
Okay, wait, hold on. Before we get into weeks, let me just look at this. How come all my notifications are silent?
If you did.
Someone do
I
not
do.
disturb.
You do? You put spray cologne on your girl?
I spray girls' cologne on my pillows to make me think they're there.
But you just do you
It's
like
so
your girl
genuine.
leaves the house and you're like,
It's her face. It's so, she has a
I just
realization.
picture Zor in my bed. And oh, there's somebody. Oh, there's no one there. It just smells like someone's there. But what were you going to say? What was your,
My favorite part of that is when she goes to look at will.i.am. Like, I'm about to get you together for making fun of my gay friend.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh.
And it wasn't her gay friend. What the fuck? What? I thought YouTube was
Oh,
supposed
no,
to
she
stop.
got autoplay on.
That's what happens when you get YouTube.
Autoplay is
Oh,
for your
no.
TV.
Wait,
Okay.
why does my phone tell me that
you
everybody
put it
has
on do not
notification
Do not
silence?
disturb. Or did you do focus or something?
did.
Because that's the same thing.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
They be trying it.
I don't think so. Oh, God. Okay.
That's how you're doing.
I don't know. That's how my Shit, nigga, I don't know. Thank you to everybody who bought pens. Fuck, I hope you didn't do it from your phone. Shit, because I don't know how to work this shit.
An ad. Oh my gosh. That needs to be the branding for the next.
That's how
Oh
all my
gosh.
ads
I
are going to
don't
be
know.
exasperated. Okay. Like, buy this
it,
motherfucking
man.
toothbrush. Brush your teeth, bitch, because
That
it's
needs to
filthy
be
not
y'all
to.
next merch. Buy this t-shirt, damn. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Well, clearly that was your week. So
Oh
Chris
my
Rogers,
God.
how was
Yeah,
your
that's
week?
my week. I'm tired.
My week was fine. Shout out, Brittany got free this week. So, you know, I just stayed away from white gays all week. I just made sure that I just protected my peace because this was a wild week for the girls. I cooked. I just want to tell your fans, your stans, and all the girls out there in the land that I am learning how to fix food in a manner that is safe for others and myself. And I'm just proud of that on this week. God has given... I won't say I'm cooking yet, but I am definitely fixing food, okay, at the house. Yeah.
That's very black. Fix anything. XD, have you been partaking
Actually,
of
yes,
this
I
cuisine?
have. And it's not bad. It's actually quite good. He made burgers, with the ground beef, seasoned, molded them. He's been doing it for, we've had a couple burger nights, which means I had to have a lot more salad nights. But other than that, it was,
Yeah, because,
yeah.
Yeah.
once you learn to cook
It's
one
okay.
thing, that's it. That's all. You got to get that for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It can't be eating all those
I have to learn how to cook other stuff.
Can't
Yeah,
do
so
that.
I'm working toward the green things. I'm working toward making, plants and vegetables and things. So we're working on things.
Let me tell you, this is so new. I'm so pleased to hear this. I asked XD, you had gone away earlier, and I asked Chris Rodgers when he told me about this. I said, but are we learning to make any vegetables? And he said, oh, I made broccoli and mashed potatoes. And I was like, I love that for
also
you.
did not
That
make
is
either
not
of
a
those
vegetable.
things.
Oh, you lying ass nigga!
Wait.
Here
The
I
truth is,
The truth is, you did not do any of those things. You ate them.
I did not make those sides.
Bless your soul. You got your head in the clouds.
I didn't.
You lied to me in my face.
I did not make sides that day, but I didn't
Yes.
think about that in the moment. He made roast the next day and made potatoes, and it was delicious. And I rewarmed that with my burger.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because I decided not to make sides.
So you told me. So you heated up some mashed potatoes with a burger that don't
mashed
even
potatoes
go
and burgers
together.
go together. They like fries, but
And-
like mush.
They're deconstructed fries.
No.
No,
And
you can
deconstructed
eat fries
fries.
and burgers. You can eat baked potatoes and burgers.
I don't know.
You
Mashed potatoes
don't eat
are
mashed
good for
potatoes and
any
burgers. That's
time,
weird.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I
A
love a
snack.
mash.
I just don't. Maybe you can spread them on the bun and pretend that it's a shepherd's
I do stand
pie.
shepherd's
But
pie.
I
though.
don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
Okay, a good shepherd's pie.
Love a shepherd's pie.
No.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
The British haven't done much good.
That's one of
Except
them.
that. And something tells me that might actually
Okay.
be the
No, they
Irish,
do.
and they
But
co-opted
they
that
did that.
shit too. Whites stealing from whites.
Mm-hmm.
So, them peas and mashed potatoes and ground beef or something delicious. You can zhuzh it up and add some lamb instead of the beef because
Why
I'm
don't
not
you
a ground
make your
beef girl.
own ground
So I did
beef?
some
Like, why
lamb
don't you
with
get
some
like
really nice
sirloin
spices.
and just do it like in the food
I'm going to.
processor or a meat grinder? I'm sorry, why don't you have a meat grinder anyway?
Yeah, I'm getting a meat attachment. I'm getting a meat attachment for my KitchenAid so I can make sausage.
Noah
and
deserves
I'm
homemade
gonna get
burgers.
the sausage
Like-
attachment. I'm gonna get the meat grinder attachment.
She can.
Like burgers from the tab?
Whoa
No,
there, partner.
like-
let me explain something. to
You know,
I'm
every-
busy.
Like she buy animals.
No, nigga. I'm just saying that everybody at home deserves a good burger.
He wants me to raise him. He wants me to raise him. He wants me to have a 9-year-old who requests brisket burgers.
She already does
and
that
tea.
stuff. So
And
that's
I'm
not me.
motherfucking
No, in
tired.
a wide brim hat and a flowy dress. Oh no.
Does.
She's the only
So why are you
eight-year-old
trying to
like,
add to
"Mommy,
my
I
exhaustion?"
would like Thai.
Okay.
But can you make it a little more spicy than usual? No other 8-year-old says that. Yeah,
Spice.
just shout
What,
out
can we
to
have
Dave at the
spice for
restaurant.
dinner? I'm like, who are you?
But,
Right now.
let's take care of some business first. So, as any and always, you can listen to us
Yes.
anywhere and everywhere podcasts are available, except for SoundCloud. Please tell everybody, we're still on this, rediscovery on some, half and half shit. We're finding you, you're finding us. So continue to just
Yeah.
spread the gospel that we're everywhere and we're not just on Spotify. You could always get the $7 holla. That's the greatest way to support, the troops, meaning us. And, you get a whole bunch of hootenanny on there. Also, video and ad-free versions of the podcast. All for $7. And a bunch of stuff. And, if, the pockets are funny and you still want to support, you can definitely head over to the YouTube and subscribe. Everybody should do that anyway. It's free 99. And you could get a whole bunch of free content
Absolutely.
on there as well. We have a couple of other announcements. Our good friend Mary has an album coming out today.
Hey, it's called No. And it means welcome home in Igbo. And I just want everybody to go and support Mary Akpa. I'm saying this across every platform. She put so much heart and so much intention into this project. She worked with beautiful musicians out of Nigeria. She worked with just a bunch of beautiful musicians. She filmed it in her family's village, her video for Ahurum Ginaya, and had her aunt and her mother and her aunts and her cousins in the video. And it was just beautifully done. And I just want you all to go and listen to a project that is full of intention. I watched her from start to finish of this journey, and I'm just so beyond happy for her and proud of all that she's done. I think it's absolutely incredible. So make sure you all go support Ahurumgina. I mean, excuse me, no. Make sure you support no.
Let's see. Any other announcements?
Stop calling me.
If you didn't see yet, Chris Rodgers and I put out a project called Black Gay 30.
Yes.
Featuring also Chris Rodgers in episode 1. They're available on my Instagram and YouTube channel. Go subscribe there. It's also free. It was also profiled on Business Insider today, along with the Rooted and Rising Collective that I was a part of. So if you want to read more about what I was doing and, the program, head over to Business Insider. Also, thank you for everybody who came to the premiere of the event. It was virtual and it was cool, and I appreciate all of you. Am I missing anything, Chris Rodgers? You have some announcements?
Listen, church, please stop leaving your tissues out on the church ground. We are trying to do the beautification project. No, I'm just playing. Make sure that you follow me wherever I be, CXRODGE3. Freeish is back. My little gig over there. We are back. So give them a little follow, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. With that being said, let's take a break, and we'll be back after these mensajes. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The fabulous dog only just recovered and no extra charge. Well, what do you expect? You're my number one customer. But don't you forget, you're my number one customer.
And we're black. Today we're talking about customer service. These nuts. All of the good and bad and the ugly.
These nuts.
Chris Rodgers and I often get into spirited debates because he thinks that I did not work in retail. However, working at...
No, it's been proven that Chris Rodgers is the liar here.
First of all, okay, this is a thing in the household. Listen, he worked at, can I say it?
Yeah, I worked there almost 20 years ago now.
I don't know what type of show y'all got. Y'all official and stuff, so I don't know.
Statute of limitations.
Nigga, I'm almost 40.
He worked at Lens Crafters, okay? And we were having a conversation at retail versus retail. And he was like, oh, I have all this customer service experience, and I did this, and I did that, and I, opened the cash register and all that. And I was trying to figure out, oh, okay, you work somewhere legit, like a Walmart or like a Target. He made it seem like hard labor, like he had to get up in the morning every day and put on his blue, the whole gig. And then he tells me he worked at Lens Crafters. And I was like,
the erasure.
That don't give me that's not retail to me.
The erasure. This is why. This is why black people. This is what's wrong with the black community. There's always crabs in a barrel. This is why niggas can't come out the closet, because of you niggas always trying to stifle somebody.
Not.
I don't believe Lens Crafters is retail.
Stifle.
Every job. I mean, I don't believe it.
Yes.
They're in a mall.
But no, okay. But I think my definition of retail is different. I don't believe that Lens Crafters is of caliber to be considered when you talk about Walmart and Target and those type of places. I feel like that's a separate.
I never worked there.
It's a higher end retail, yes, but it is retail. You still got to deal with horrible people day to day and their horrible crusty ass attitude.
Like slave labor.
Walmart isn't
slave
labor. No, we're not. We can't compare ourselves to slaves.
Okay, Walmart is indentured servantry. What's the step above? Walmart is Walmart. That is its own punishment and its own.
Walmart is Walmart. I've never done that because I don't have the temperament for it. But I did work in express men and express and foot action. That doesn't count as retail.
I mean, yeah. But see,
What you mean?
that's retail. No, that's retail. But he was doing
Okay,
like
I was gonna say, nigga, I was fighting
and,
bitches
like,
over
looking at people
jeans.
in the
Like, what you
eye,
mean?
like blowing the little air in the people's eye.
He
like,
was not the
no,
doctor.
you do.
But he was like,
Like, you have to measure, but it's shit anybody could do at home. Like, you can measure, like, the pupillary distance to know where to, like, so that, like, basically they measure the distance between your pupils so that they know where to put the exact medication in the lenses, and then it disperses out. So, like, you had to learn where to do that. So, therefore, when niggas come to you and be like, I want these frames, you'd be like, no, bitch, you have a bifocal. You can't wear no little Beyonce little half frames. You know what I mean? So, like, you have to learn those things, that aspect of the job. But most of it was me talking to them and trying to con them into buying Versace's, knowing damn well they had Vogue money.
you know what I learned at Walmart? Not to walk up on old ladies walking up in the store at 9 a.m. You know what I learned at Walmart? Your time sheet.
Wait,
ain't
why were you
always
walking?
your time sheet ain't always your
wait.
time sheet. You know I learned at Walmart how to put a buggy back from the back of a snow-covered parking lot all the way to... I did slave indenture labor.
What? Manual
labor.
I don't know, nigga.
Manual labor.
I don't
You
know.
worked
what
at
I'm trying to go
Walmart.
for. I did
For
manual.
low
Yeah,
wages.
for low wages.
There you worked at
There we
Walmart.
go. I've been trying to get that word.
Have you ever met a nigga who worked at Arby's? I never
Yes,
have.
I worked at KFC.
you
for 2
have.
years.
Not currently, but I won't tell you who, but you have met somebody that used to work at Arby's.
Who?
Actually, I can tell you, he was a guest on our show, Aaron. He used to work at Arby's. But then again,
Okay.
he was like a teenager, so it was like, you know, I guess that doesn't really count.
I just never knew anybody who ever worked at an Arby's.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
know.
I've never heard anybody say, I've worked at Arby's.
And they all look like ghosts when you go in there. They all like people that aren't real. When you go into Arby's, it's like
Yeah.
behind the counter. I always feel like fraudulent. Like,
I only went to Arby's when I would visit my cousins in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh yeah.
And for whatever reason, we would go to the Arby's. They was like, they got the best curly
Which is
fries.
also
I was like,
a
yeah, they
lie.
cool. But this
Arby's.
vagina meat that they have on these sandwiches is...
They used to.
And I don't care nothing about getting no ads because I don't want them. Where's the meat? I don't know, nigga. But you-
We got the meat.
Yeah. Like, when I used to live in Buffalo, like, that was like the let out. Like, niggas would be at the Arby's, and it'd be like, ew, why?
Like, why are y'all here? Why'd y'all give up on
Like,
yourselves?
why are you at the
Like-
Arby's of
And-
all
This is
places?
not what-
And they have ashy chicken fingers. Like, why is your chicken ashy? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. And see, I don't
well,
know.
no,
anything
like,
about-
you
I
know,
just know that the meat
how
all
you know how
looks
like when you go to like theme parks or like something, and like there's always like a gray or like a white haze or something over it because it's been like really dried or overcooked. That's what Arby's like things give.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't remember anything from there being palatable or
Right.
pleasuring. And so I was like, you know, I'm actually totally cool on that. But it popped in my head like, do I know any niggas who's ever worked at an Arby's?
Yeah.
Comment down below if you worked at Arby's and you are a nigga. Comment and subscribe for more.
You're gonna be doing a Get Ready With Me / Day in Life as an Arby's worker. If you don't know I have a job, yes, I work at Arby's. You know what I'm saying? It won't be long. Just know that I'm finna get up out there. No cap. I'm finna get up out there. So you know what I'm saying? Just stay tuned. Hope you enjoy.
But you know, there are statute of limitations on stories.
Oh, I
because,
have.
you know, on Getting Grown, we got McDonald's ads, and your girl used to work at McDonald's, and I told y'all that story about how I had to throw that cheeseburger at Maria because she was talking to me. Why?
Well, of course they gave it to y'all. Black 365. They support y'all.
They were like, we too would have thrown
Exactly.
a cheeseburger at Maria.
Thank you for
We
your-
loving
Yes.
it.
We love niggers.
McDonald's has always been like trying to be pro nigga for the last 20 years. They don't want no smoke with the black community.
From their little jazzy diddles about chicken
Yeah.
nuggets and shit, like they be trying to be down so bad, but they
Yeah.
just not.
right.
Yeah.
It's like we accept y'all
Oh,
because
wait.
y'all have a dollar menu. That's it. Y'all ain't got to do nothing
Whatever.
extra, okay? We not having y'all
Oh
on
no,
race
I
relations.
accept McDonald's for
Oh,
a crispy
and-
chicken
and the
sandwich.
high
I can't
C.
fuck with and a fry
And the high
and a
C
high
orange,
C
which is
orange.
back.
But the fries
Yeah.
are eternal. It's back.
In an
Yes,
extra
thank you.
crispy coat.
People like
Yeah, I see orange.
Wait, what's
is
back?
I
At,
see
check your
orange.
local
Oh, yeah.
McDonald's. Hashtag ad.
Yeah, I feel like black people are definitely the sole reason for bringing high C orange back.
I mean, black people, that's what we do. I mean, we march, we get things done.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
we scream
We
about
put on
things
our
that
blue
we want
vest
until they
and we
get sick of
marched
it.
on and we got our damn orange drink back.
Okay. Planet of the
Even
Apes.
Chance the Rapper with his thieving ass came through and got spicy chicken nuggets back
Yeah,
at
a
Wendy's.
pioneer.
Yeah, he did.
Pioneer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, for some things,
Not all.
not for all,
Not all.
not most.
Speaking of fast food, let me tell y'all how I worked
Actually,
at,
just them nuggets.
Speaking of fast food, let me tell y'all how I worked at KFC for 2 days.
After we cursed them out.
Now,
Now you,
no, I said I worked.
Now
That's
you,
the-
now
I
you
don't
talk about
partake.
Walmart was.
Okay. Listen, I needed a job. Listen, I've always had a job ever since I was like 14 or whatever because my mama believed if you don't work, you don't eat. So I got a job at KFC like junior year, and I was so proud. I was like, "Ooh, I'm about to like buy my own self." You know how you feel like you money when you get your first job. Like I'm about to sell
Oh,
my
yeah. I definitely felt like
So,
new pussy when
day
I finally got a
goes-
job.
Right. Very that. Day goes by, so I had to get the non-slip shoes, the elderly ones. I had to get an apron, smock, all of that. Did all of
Wait,
that.
they
for
don't
the
give that to
free
you
company.
at the job?
No. They either take it out your first check or you better come there with it. And it's cheaper to come there with it. So I had to do all that. I had my dad drive me. You know, he's a proud pastor, so he's like, "Yeah, nigga, go get some money." Like very that, like draw me money. He's that type person. So we get there. He's in the parking lot now. The first day was acquiring everything. The second day was me actually working. So he's in the parking lot. I go in for my shift. We prepping chicken. So they just a tossing chicken from the bucket to the thing, talking about the 12 spices, all of that. Lovely. I'm like, okay, KFC, it's a lot of black people back here. You know what I'm saying? They doing hair in the manager's room. You know,
Wait,
somebody done
what?
offered me weed already. So I'm like, this is family.
It's
get
KFC,
to the
so
point
yeah,
where-
it big tracks.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Oh, they were doing like nails in there. It was crazy. But the chicken, my point is the chicken itself seems safe in the hands of black folk.
Okay. Yes. Mhm.
First white lady come around the thing. It's a four piece original.
Of course, she would order.
It was
the
all
original.
standard. Yeah, because she couldn't handle extra crispy with all them. It was in the hood. She couldn't handle it. So when I tell you this lady, and her name was Brianna, and if I ever see you again, Brianna, it's still what I said when I got fired. Okay.
On site.
Miss Mama took the box, dropped 2 pieces of chicken, not one, 2 pieces of chicken onto the floor. Now, here's my moral conundrum, because she picked it back up and put it in the box and was like, oh, the white lady just gonna have to get the chicken. Now, on one hand, I'm like pro, let's get back at our, for our ancestors and all of that. I am very pro on this end, don't touch people's food.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
first day, I'm new guy. I'm like, oh, I have the clearance to say something. I go up to her. I'm like, hey, Brianna, sis, like let's get her 2 new pieces.
Not you
of
sounded
chicken.
like a manager. Hey, Brianna,
'Cause
can we have a talk?
I felt like the only way she was going
Like
to hear
an
me if I
office
sounded so
space.
legit. So I was like, she looked at me and she said, oh, we do this all the time. So I took my smock off. I took my elderly ones off. My dad hadn't even left the parking lot yet because he sits there and reads his Bible for 30 minutes. So within the 30-minute time span of me starting work and them opening, I left KFC and called the health department in Illinois on that KFC, and they do not exist today.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
pioneer.
Yeah. That was my first job.
You're gonna be in a calendar one day. Black History.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I saved the
First
hood,
man to get
okay?
a
Because they were
KFC.
really...
They're gonna be in one of the McDonald's Black 365 profiles that they do on Saturday mornings on BET, right before the college
Yes.
classics, before like Grambling versus like Jacksonville State or something.
What happened to the KFC on the south side of Chicago?
Okay. 183rd and Halsted. You know
be
this
great.
pioneer.
And then it's gonna go into color, and it's gonna be you in your bullshit ass interview.
Too angry.
I just saw the chicken and I left. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Oh
KFC,
God.
First job.
Well, I won't say their names, but I have a beef right now with a particular clothing brand. It pissed me off earlier. Actually, it's not even with the brand. It's with this bitch, okay? And this is where we're talking about customer service. No, I do not believe the customer is always right. But sometimes y'all just be dead wrong. And see, people don't like to take full accountability for when they wrong. There goes that weird noise. It's haunted. Ooh, the clouds. Look at them. They look like challah bread. But anyway.
Ain't that the horn?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It's been that way for years, and I'm like,
not a
that
horn.
sound.
And nobody can identify
or
the
is
sound.
it like something in the fire escape where it's like...
No, it's almost like a siren, but I don't know where it comes from.
Probably that man that lives in your
Karen Clark Shear.
It might be the man that lives in your
I don't know if he's still.
Oh no.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in some time.
Oh no.
We just stopped.
That's a
seeing
very
him.
New York experience. Like the guy that lives in the stairwell in my building. I haven't seen him. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, but he doesn't really live in the stairwell. He actually has an apartment, but
You live in the devil.
That's
he
like my
lives in the
uncle who lives in
stairwell,
the backyard.
and so
He doesn't live in the backyard, but he lives in the backyard.
every time you talk about
Yeah, that's it.
see, this is the problem because X, he be trying to set me up. That's what the problem is, X. That's what the problem is, Chris Rodgers. He be trying to set me up because he wants to show me these motherfucking clowns, but let a nigga laugh. Oh no, you went too far, too far. You tell me your uncle lives in the backyard, go an extra step and send me a photo, knowing good and goddamn well I am going to ask many questions.
Yep, that's it.
So, and he be trying to set me up. I see you, but
I don't know.
Because he give you information on the low. He feeds you information. He be like, my uncle, isn't, too well. You be like, oh, that's so sad. He be like, he lives in a tent.
But see, what you need
And
to
it's
understand
what?
is like a fishing.
Yeah.
It's not a feed, it's a bait.
It's a bait.
It's a bait is what it is.
And then here come the picture, and you're like, wait, he's in the back.
That's like earlier today. So like when I was doing laundry, I'm doing laundry and I walk in, there's like a wet floor sign. And I'm like, okay. But I'm like, I don't see any other like anything on the floor because those washing machines are temperamental. So I'm like, all right, cool. But then I'm like, let me just move because it's in the way. And I'm like, all right, if I slip and fall, it's on me. Fine, whatever, fuck it. But there's no water. There is a fire, like a smoke detector in the middle of the floor of the laundry room. And I'm like, now mind you, I just smoked, so I was just like, okay, whew, that Zaza is Zaza, you know what I mean? So I was like, I went about my business. And so when I came back, I was like, no. So I took a picture and I sent it to Chris Rodgers, and he was just like, What is this? So I was like, yeah, nigga, that's what I just saw.
No. What did I say after that? I said somebody was called to probably install that in the ceiling, and because we have concrete laundry ceilings, he probably looked at that and was like, "So since nobody want to answer me, I'm putting this bitch in the middle of the floor." And somebody
not an excuse.
It's a full working.
It's like,
And you know what's going to happen? They're going to call him out on it, and he's not going to take accountability for stupidly installing a smoke detector on the
any
floor.
wall. That's me at work. Y'all said any wall.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in the middle of the floor so all y'all can see why I asked a specific question.
I was just like, that's the epitome of just fuck it.
That's petty. Maybe it was his last day.
He said, "I'm gone. I'm done."
I mean,
Maybe it was. Let me see if they sent me an email and asked me if I'm satisfied with my customer service.
what's the wildest thing you've ever
that'd be
done
the
on
thing.
your last day of work?
Scarface quit his job.
Still waiting on that heifer, Julio. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
I feel like I should wait to tell this story on the show that we're going to appear on this week.
Okay, got it.
Mhm.
All right. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I feel so. I feel like that's what I need to do.
Let's see. I got the KFC.
How y'all don't have no buttermilk?
Every week, Jade is ordering, going through Instacart. Right. That's why the show it's just to hang out with your cousins because it's just like we talk.
It really is because I can't stay on task. I was in the middle of telling y'all a story.
He was like, let me think. Why ain't got no butter?
Because I just got the notification that they refunded my buttermilk, and I'm irritated about it.
That'd be the tea.
Because I'm trying to set myself up for success.
Okay, speaking of customer service, is that customer service? Okay, I get annoyed with people messaging a lot when you give.
Hold on. It's Claude Kelly.
Ooh.
Nigga! What's going on?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? We're recording. Say hi to XD and Chris Rodgers. Love you too. Bye.
Love you too.
Those are my boos. I love them. Great.
You'll never say you love me when you got on the phone with me. Now we got beef.
He said love you first, nigga.
Next time we in a J Dog J's meeting, I'll be like, I love you.
And I'll be like, love you too, nigga. Oh my God. I have to call her back.
Oh my gosh.
It's my mother. That lady she gets so mad when I don't know her schedule. And then I tell her, girl, Tuesdays are my long days. And every Tuesday.
Yeah, parents
She
don't
calls
care.
me.
Again, raising your parents is they don't listen.
Okay.
It's not even that they just don't respect. I told you my parents think that I don't work.
Yeah, Christine don't think I work either.
Teresa think I'm sitting on Teresa think I'm homeless. She don't even know. She be like,
Right?
Don't know how you survive.
None of my family knows what I do. They're like, oh, Jade, like she
got money.
just
Yeah.
stuff.
It's two extremes. My mom thinks I'm like a prostitute in LA just trying to survive, and my dad thinks I'm super famous. My dad think I know like Beyonce and Toni Braxton and Jesus, and you can't tell him otherwise. Oh my gosh. The other day he was like, "Ain't your boyfriend on TV?" I was like, "I don't." Yeah, but like,
he said boyfriend.
Oh.
Look at the growth.
When I tell you they are progressed now.
Look at the growth.
He sent them one air fryer, and the next thing you know, we all family.
The way to.
Oh, you sent them an air fryer?
Blacks. You know how
You
to
better
get
know how to get
how
yourself
you get
in
into
Joan
the
Clayton.
in-laws.
Okay.
You know, provide them with tabletop appliances. You know, or countertop
Absolutely.
appliances.
They stand.
Yeah.
Air fryers, toaster ovens.
I was gonna say get them a good toaster oven and then come to your wedding.
Okay.
I got
out 10
them.
years of homophobia with
I got them the
air
air
fryer. I can't
fryer, the air
imagine what's
fryer
next.
toaster thing combo. Listen, I know.
Yeah.
Listen,
They still talk about it.
parents.
We making fries. What you doing with your life?
What?
Tell him I said thank you. Wait, it's like a year later.
No, tell them yourself. We're not there yet.
Right. Tell him about me something else and we'll see.
That's very.
I'm gonna start
That's
calling
very
you
Jenny
Armando.
and Samit. That's like Samit's mother. Can we get married? We'll see.
We'll see.
What if Chris Rodgers' mother was like Samit's mother and you sent the toaster oven? Thank you so much. Got off the phone. It's not even
Yeah,
right.
probably.
Oh my God.
He don't know how to do
Probably.
nothing.
Black parents. Stay talking shit.
The problem
Phony.
is, she probably got off the phone and talked shit about me. So he had the boyfriend send it. Chris broke ass can't send nothing, huh? I'm like, that's my mama getting off the phone. Look at him, got a good man, don't even know what to do. That's my mama.
That's so fucked up. That's like that time my parents told me Tristan was a better parent than me. I was like, first of all, first of all,
Wait a minute.
listen, This the same man who told me to take my GED off the wall because it
Oh,
wasn't real.
rude.
Which this has nothing to do with customer service. The customer service in my home was poor. It was poor customer
people
service.
need to be
0
customer
stars.
service.
Do not review.
Yo, people need to be customer service in a crisis, okay? That's gold.
And that's why I can laugh through the pain. Hey, girl.
Let's talk about positive. Have you ever had any positive customer service experiences? Like, you know what? There's been some, like LaToya in Detroit definitely hooked me up on my bill in T-Mobile. You know what I mean?
Oh, so actually very recently I went to, I had to go to a work event and I was with my old coworkers. So we pull in. I was like, it was starting to drizzle, and I was like, "Girl, find a parking garage. We're not doing this this circle around shit. Like, I don't do that." So I was like, "I'll pay for it, whatever." So she finds the parking garage. So we get there, and it's closing. Like, it's not letting any. No, he said it's full when we pulled up. That's what it was. He was like, "The parking garage is full," and I was like, "Oh man, okay, no problem." Like, I didn't even try to be like, "Can you just?" Because I hate when people do that. It's aggravating. So I was like, "All right, no problem." He goes, "You know what? For you, one more." And I was like, oh, my God. He goes, how long? I said, literally only 45 minutes because I have an agenda. And he was like, okay, no problem, no problem. He goes, and you know what? I'd take $10 off. He goes, because you have good energy. I said, my guy. And then my coworker got my coworker got pissed because she was like, I haven't seen your ass in 3 years. She goes, and this shit only happens when I'm with you. Because we used to find the best parking spots when I would ride with her. The dudes used to hook us up in the parking garages by their job. And I don't know. Maybe it's my magic. Yes, I got me some
Speaking
free
of your
parking
magic,
recently.
I want to say that this is not an endorsement. I am not a medical doctor. I am just telling... I'm not endorsing any other products. I'm just telling you what was recommended to me and in my experience. With that being said, so, I told you a couple weeks ago when we went to Disneyland, I have a crick in my neck and it was really bad. And so I started finally taking the bromelain and the turmeric you got me like a year ago. And nigga, after 4 days, I could whip my head back and forth. Oh.
Oh, Willow. Yes, Willow.
Well, not all the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you need to go take some supplements.
It's really helped. And my allergies has cleared up a lot. My nose is running now because we don't have the air on. It's just stuffy.
Because the inflammation, it helps greatly with the inflammation. It's funny you said that because when we recorded Getting Grown last night, we had somebody write in on the honesty box about some RA advice, and I was like, I don't have, Kia has RA, but I don't have RA. I have osteoarthritis, only in one wrist. So I gave them, the same thing. I was like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not, I'm not telling you that this is a cure or a solve. I'm not telling you not go see your doctors, but it's been helpful in the inflammation for me with the inflammation. So I hope that does. I'm glad that worked for you because it does. Girl, what? I got you a chicken empanada. Tell Daddy to look at the stamps on the empanadas. They say it. Woo!
Active parenting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I missed like a day and my neck was on fire. So I'm like, no, I need to build it more up in my system. But anywho, Chris Rodgers, who is a positive customer service story you got?
I want to say shout out to Connie from Sony. Okay, I'm gonna preface this with this was a long journey to get a PlayStation in my life, and those who know me know that that's important. It's like, God.
You need another PlayStation?
No, this was last year. So last year when the PlayStation 5s came out, it was a journey trying to get one, and then I got it. I downloaded 2 games. I sat there with, my controller. I was hype. I was ready. And my PlayStation shut right on off and was like, we're not coming back on. So I bought the PlayStation on eBay. So in my head, eBay is like buying children off the black market. It's like, ooh, like I've never done it before, so it felt very sus.
It's literally the same thing.
And I didn't have like a receipt. Right. I didn't have a receipt. I was just like, I basically got this off a crackhead. So what do I do? I call Sony and they, the lady on the phone, and I say Connie, because Connie should have been one of my rudest experiences, but she was one of my easiest experiences. Because I went through this whole story about like everything that happened, and I had lied and said that, you know, I got beat up in my place. It was a lot. So sometimes you gotta give white people extra details to get them to help you. And she got to the end of she was like, sir, you don't even have to go any further. I don't care about your experience. I'm going to send you out the repair box for your PlayStation. You should have your PlayStation back in 2 weeks. When did I get my PlayStation back? 2 weeks. Did I ever have to pay for it? No. Did I have a receipt? No. Connie was tired of being at work, and I sensed that, and she sensed that, and she moved my shit right on along. So shout out to Connie from Florida, Sony, wherever y'all at. Shout out to Connie. That was my best experience.
She's a descendant of Peaches Delaney, the first person to ever give a hookup. I'm telling you.
Like, I'm good. It's good. Whatever, dog. Here's your hookup. Gone.
What a show. We're live. We're live.
Unbox it. 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 Unbox it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was telling. Let me tell y'all about my customer experience service today. So this particular brand, this clothing company, but like I said, I'm not going to hold them accountable. I'm going to hold that raggedy ass bitch accountable. So, at first she wasn't a bitch until she was. So I order a dress. It's too big, so I had to exchange it for a smaller size. So I get the confirmation that it's on its way. It's going to be delivered today. Amazing. Doorbell rings. I get the tiniest little box like this. I said, there's no fucking sorcery in the world that let them fix this fucking dress.
Say it lie.
So I open it, and what is it? A pair of earrings. So I said, okay. So I hit them, and the order receipt says it's the dress. So I hit them, give them all the information, and she goes, okay, no problem. We're going to send you a shipping receipt, and if you can just send that item back, and then we'll send out your proper item. I said, no. I was like, I don't think it's fair that I have to go out of my way to send something back to you all that I didn't order or request in the first place in order to even get my merchandise that I did pay for and order. I was like, no, that's your mistake. You all need to rectify that, but I need my items. So Mama didn't like that from me at all. The very first thing she says was, I didn't say that. And I said, yes, you just did. I was like, you told me I had to send this item back in order to receive the merchandise that I ordered. I was like, and I told you that's not fair. That's why I responded to you this way. What you mean? So she was like, okay, hold on. Like, starts getting all exasperated with me. I hear click, 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 click. Oh my God. You know, all her stress is coming through. And I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch's problem? Is this the proper email address that's in the shipping label? Real like curt all of a sudden. Yes, it is. So she keeps going. Click, 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 click. Oh. She's like, okay, your item is on its way and your shipping label should be in your email. So you have a nice day. No, will there be anything else? No, you have a nice day. I was like, bitch, have the day you deserve. Bye.
Right.
Have the day you fucking deserve. All I did was call you and tell you I wanted my motherfucking merchandise and it was the wrong merchandise. How is this my problem now? I didn't say that. And then as soon as I replay the conversation back to you, 15 seconds later, you ain't got no rebuttal, but you got a nasty ass attitude. It was a bitch who works at Anthropology.
Exposed.
Get your coworkers together. Employees.
If you work at Anthropology, please go let us know in the comments, okay?
Yeah.
No, can we talk about how like have a good day, have a blessed day are like two different things? Because when surly Christians on a customer service line hit you with a have a blessed day in that tone.
Oh yeah, that. Well, you said the key word there.
Don't trust no nigga. Don't trust no Christian.
Don't trust no
Christian.
You have a blessed day.
just call me a bitch.
No, bitch, you keep it.
You just call me a bitch.
I feel like you just call me a bitch.
I feel like most of them don't know who Jesus is. What were you
Most
saying,
of my poor customer service stories happen to turn into some of my best ones. And they all happen to when I was working as a social worker. Because not too many think about the customer service down at the HRA office or public assistance, if you will, also known as the welfare. I think it is a job requirement for you to be mean and surly to work for the government. Like,
absolutely.
You have to have a bachelor's degree in being a cunt. You know what I mean? In order for you to work there. However, you do come across some people who will help you along the way and make your situation better. So I used to have to go to HRA a lot on 14th Street and 5th Avenue on 5th. Y'all know where it is. And this is relevant to the story because it's going to help a bunch of people if you live in New York City. So, I had to take people who were formerly homeless or people who lived with, live with a mental, illness or, things happen, right? And of course you go down there, they're so mean and nasty and they, and it's almost like borderline racist, but you can't call it racist because most of them are black Caribbean, Jamaican aunties, you know what I mean? So
it's not.
Yeah, it's hateful. So there's a couple times where I would go in with pregnant women, expectant mothers, who need assistance, and I have to get checks for them to find them in places and stuff like that. And of course, several of the caseworkers judging the women. I don't even want to repeat the things that they would say to them, but they'd be essentially can't keep your legs closed this time, huh? Shit like that. Really vile stuff. And so one time, something like that happened, and another coworker, one of the caseworkers overheard. And so when I went out there and I was trying to calm the client down, and so the woman came to me and she gave me a number. And I was like, what is this? She was like, this is the constituent hotline. You report that lady. So,
yes.
If you didn't know, in New York City, there is a New York City constituent hotline. And you call that number, and in case if somebody gave you fever, or some sort of they were just being a nasty, rude ass bitch, man, woman, or you can report them, and they do move swiftly, especially during election season. So it also encourages you to this also taught me how to navigate customer service better, because a lot of times we get angry at, not saying you, Jay, because you got angry at the right person, but a lot of times we don't know how to.
Yeah, and apparently I just looked up the survey. The bitch's name is Tanya with a W.
So there's there's different things, right? So they a lot of times you can contact your congressperson or whatever, or your borough president in New York City or whatever, and they will advocate for you in places that you can't. Or if you don't know where to. So a lot of times, I know this is a pandemic issue, but I know we weren't getting mail in Brooklyn for a while. I mean, we know why, but there's a reason. You contact the constituent hotline, they'll put you in touch with the postmaster and be like, what the fuck? When I used to live in my other place in Brooklyn, the postman used to lie and say packages would be delivered, but he wouldn't even show up on the block. So so when I emailed the postmaster, she was like, oh, we have all these packages here. And then I never saw that nigga no more.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about. I just gave Tanya 2 stars, so
you don't have to take
said,
it. If you're getting bad customer service, answer those surveys. Go where they be like, oh, it's at the bottom of your receipt. You can call in for us. Do that, because what happens is that should go to their restaurant.
Yes.
It goes to those places, and somebody's name, that name is going to show up on a list, and they management's going to contact them, and they either going to get fired or the repercussion that they deserve, only because that name shows up. Now, I'm not in the business of getting people fired, but I'm in the business of like, if I get
that's why I gave Tanya 2 stars instead of 1. She might have kids.
There you go. What I'm saying, like, do the star rating, because that shit matters. Tanya might be getting 2 stars all month, and
but that also goes the other way. You have to give good stars to the people with good customer service, because there's so many shitty ones. And I have to remind myself of that, because I'd be quick to. Because white women complain, great, me too.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna tell you where. So I start trying to give people their.
Time out. We gotta go to commercial break. Before you get into that, let's take a commercial, and we'll be back after these messages.
Okay.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I want to dispel the popular belief that the customer is always right. The belief and attitude was pioneered by Harry Gordon Selfridge of the famous department store in the UK, Selfridges. The belief has also been shared by other famous entrepreneurs in the last.
And we're back talking about customer service and random other musings.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you, this may be unpopular, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
You know, there was a time when I would try to. What is this? Is this controversial yet brave? There was a time when, because y'all know how I feel about black people. So every black person got a good rating. Every black person got a good tip. All of that. Until niggas start doing me dirty. And let me tell you something. I work hard just like you work hard, nigga. So what you not gonna do is give me poor service, and then I gotta feel guilty because I'm not white. Right. So I'm not white. So I ain't got nothing to feel guilty about. And I give black people extra service. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna get a little extra zhuzh from me just off the strength until, proven otherwise. But I realize I work hard for my dollars. And I'm not just gonna give you a good rating just because you black. If you are a shitty customer service person, or a shitty Uber driver, or a shitty Instacart worker, or whatever the case, no, nigga, you can get this work too.
No, I do give a little bit more grace when.
No, I give more
maybe
grace.
You had a rough, yeah.
But
you had a bad day.
I'm not. I don't care what you've been through, Daquisha, or whether you Trisha Takanawa or Kim. My thing is, do your job. If I'm ordering from Uber Eats, and I order food just plain off, I didn't give you no extras or nothing, and you throw my food against the wall, I don't care if you're Darius or not. Like, you getting 0 stars. Because
no, this is true.
I've seen black people. And it's not even just a black thing. That's why I wanted to make it like a multi thing, because it be in different places where it's like.
Oh, I said black because white people breathe at me wrong. 1 star, and they were rude and nasty.
I remember it used to be a point for me to go back and make sure when I had a white person to make sure I rated it for real. Like, I was like, how did Tiffany do? Let me see.
Right.
Right.
Yelp reviews.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. I don't even remember where I was going with that.
Nobody remembers anything this episode.
We just talking now. You're just talking with Chris.
Because it's holiday season, nigga. I'm gonna be real honest with you. My brain is gumbo.
Oh,
like, it's fucking gumbo right now. It is convoluted with every project, everything going on. On top of the fact that you heard my child come here and interrupt me 4,000 times, which then throws off my thought processes. And I smoke weed. And it's just many things on top of many things. So I can't stay on track today. I'm just be real honest with y'all.
Yeah, my screen.
You know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
our show, and we could do whatever we want.
This is also true. And niggas can be like, and it's our choice, and we choose not to listen to this basura.
Could you imagine somebody clicking off right there? I don't want to hear it then. Click.
I don't hear this shit no more. Fuck y'all
Somebody on
niggas. Put
Twitter.
better effort into your shit.
That's like when that lady was like, that unwell lady who was tweeting you was like, I didn't like Jada XD anyway. It probably was the weed that made y'all funny. I was like, yeah, I don't listen to Jada XD either, girl.
It probably was, girl. I agree with you, actually.
Oh my gosh.
It's always the weed that makes it funny. What do you mean? Say something new.
Right, come with some original, girl. Like,
Right.
we know that.
Oh my god.
Next caller.
Like the nigga who said I talk like I got spit in my mouth. I hate the way she sounds. She always sounds like she got spit in your mouth. Because I do, nigga.
We all do. Saliva, girl.
Right.
If he's healthy and functioning,
Just because you got a
bitch.
dry ass mouth.
You mad because
I
you
think
over there
people
with the
just,
cottons.
people take themselves way too seriously. And they also, the people who want us to piss us off or say things because they assume that we take some of this seriously. Nothing we do ever we take seriously, ever.
I don't think y'all realize the thumbs down on YouTube, I told you before, is the best thing in the world.
Period.
Because it is
it's
so
14,000 likes and 30 niggas who was like, I hate this.
And you hold on, because you got to go to the dislike button. You can't just accidentally get to the dislike.
No, you
it's in
can't.
the middle of
No.
stuff. It's all you got to get I laugh every time I see a negative thumbs down. I'm like, you took extra effort for me not
And
to
I laugh
care.
harder when it's at me, nigga. I laugh
Or like when you see a
hard.
comment that's specifically like, I don't like Jay because she smoke on camera. It's like, okay. Thanks. It's like,
I don't
that's
like you
not-
because
okay.
you don't. Oh.
Let me bridge this for y'all. Let me bridge this for y'all because this is also part of customer service. Because what I think about when I think about customer service, I think about like what I do is, which is social media management and things, and that's our customer service. Dealing with comments, dealing with DMs, dealing with people complaining about something like the sound wasn't good, the quality of the video wasn't good. Customer service is about how you speak to people, and if I let half my clients see half of the things that are sent to them, y'all wouldn't have shows or things because it is crazy how you speak to complete strangers. It baffles me how you're like, I don't like Jade because she got twist, and I want y'all to change her. I won't be watching the show no more. That's not constructive. That ain't what. And me as the customer service agent, quote unquote, is gonna look at that and be like, well, delete because that's not constructive. Or I'm gonna give it to a client who's gonna look at that and be like, well, I mean, they don't know that I'm filming in like a shack in the middle of LAX. Like they don't know what it takes to put this production out. So when you talk about customer service as far as social media and y'all coming at y'all faves and y'all coming at those people, know that there's like a 30-year-old gay that's sitting in between you and your fave reading this like you're delusional and we want you to be better. Like,
And if the other person saw it, they would laugh.
like they would laugh, they would get you together, and you just don't. You really think you're seeking attention.
I don't like
And
that
it's
Jade
nothing-
smokes weed on camera. Okay.
I don't like that XD has a blur. Chris Rodgers blur.
No, don't blur anything. Don't blur a thing.
Okay, because we all family in the club. We all
purposely
fam.
grinding weed. Oh god.
In the
This is like when
club.
Normani was on Queen's Radio and they asked her
should
to
break
sing
that.
and she danced instead.
She was like, Normani sing. Normani was like,
Ass bitch, I can't take myself.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Yeah.
Because, bitch,
Like,
don't demand
what-
me sing on spot. What you think I am? A motherfucking
but also
monkey?
it's a radio show. Normani, what are you dancing for?
Right.
can't hear it on
This is
Queen
Apple
Radio.
Music. We can't see.
Seasoning.
We can't hear you dancing, girl. I'm sorry.
Wait. This is just, I'm just, for anybody who,
And that's
Anywho. I'm calling this
He is
episode
over
off
it.
the rails.
Over it.
Off the Rails with Chris Rodgers.
This is like
Jade
Beyonce
is
when
like.
Right, I'm sorry.
Jade thinks she's Nigella Lawson, like some mixing weed in the microwave.
And I'm twirling an empty grinder.
This is the tra. This is my tra. My rolling tra.
With that being said, thank you for listening.
Hold on, not that being the episode. Abort, nigga. Abort.
I'm done. This is like Beyonce in the interview when Kelly and Michelle being unprofessional when they was high talking about whales. Beyonce was like, all right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that in the interview.
Woo, not that being the episode.
Okay.
Woo, shame.
As a guest, I feel like I'm being put out as a guest.
Yeah, you
I
are.
thank y'all.
It's just called Off the Rails today. It's just thank you for listening, even though we're just out of it today. Of course, Chris Rodgers, thank you for coming on as always.
Always.
No problem.
You could find
Bring in your chaos
him.
and negativity.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
You can find him over at CXRaj number 3 on social medias. And also...
Wait, if we're going out on customer service, I cannot go out without cussing out Twitter.
Nigga, there is no theme anymore. Have you not realized?
I have to go out cussing out Twitter. Twitter, if y'all don't give me my accounts back, I know these people are famous, so y'all are listening to this. Listen, customer service at Twitter and social media places are horrible. You're talking to nobody, and you're just messaging for no reason.
Yeah, like PayPal. They don't have no real customers.
Oh my God.
And you got my money.
CETA works for PayPal. I'm convinced because I can't fucking and Uber as well.
Yeah.
Who's that fucking robot
They do
influencer
call,
bitch? Who Uber?
I've had
human?
because someone. Yes, remember when somebody broke into our building?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, they didn't break into our building. We had a delivery driver, and they came in. They delivered our food, and then they wouldn't leave, and they didn't attack anybody, but it was just some uncomfortable situation, tension. You know,
It was a situation.
and so. Right, and so building management called or emailed me. It was like somebody, they said the situation, and they were like, we know it was you because they're ringing your doorbell, at such and such time. I was like, oh, nigga, I don't know. I mean, we don't know them. It's just fucking Uber. So I had to report them, and some black guy, now that I think about it, I wonder if it was Deshaun from Survivor, because I hear his voice in my head now, and his name was Deshaun on the thing, and he was sassy like Deshaun on Survivor. He called me, and I had to explain the scenario, but I was like, I don't have any. You talk to my property manager, whatever. But he did call me. Yes. He did call me. I think with those situations, yes, they would.
No, because Uber banned my fucking account, nigga. They banned my account, and I had no issues. I didn't have no issues with no drivers. I didn't have no issues with no delivery people off Uber. Every time I'm cussing somebody out, it's off DoorDash. It wasn't none of that. I didn't have nothing. And all of a sudden, one day, my account, my Postmates, my Uber Eats was all just like... I hit them up, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have somebody get back to you and refer to your account being banned." And I was like, "Banned, nigga? I didn't have any problems." So Uber has banned my account, and I have emailed them 12 times, and I keep getting the same fucking automated response back. And I'm convinced it's the little influencer Instagram bitch that works for Uber, and it's nobody real. The one that they be having sit down, and she says nigga, and she does sit downs with rappers and shit like that. No. I know she says
niggas,
nigga.
bitches, a whore.
Oh my gosh. If y'all
What's that thing's name? What's her name? Y'all know who I'm talking
Oh,
about? She's like the Iggy
Rosie.
Azalea of CETA.
Yeah, but I think her name was Rosie. I think her name was Rosie or Rose. I see her face. Yeah, she looked like
that's
Mrs.
the bitch who
Doubtfire
works for
looking.
Uber. She works for Postmates. She works for motherfucking everybody who don't have no phone number, but fucking PayPal. All of y'all. It's that bitch. What Roseanne or whatever you just said her name was.
Right. She can sue y'all.
She don't have no motherfucking rights, and I know she says nigga. Y'all know it too.
Nigga.
Y'all know it too.
It's like a nigga.
Exactly. She said it to Saweetie. What's up, my nigga?
What's up, my
and
nigga?
and when they did that sit down.
Me and her would get into. How you even fight a cyborg like that? What do? You can't throw hands at it.
You're trying to punch at him, and it's like Ghost.
You
throw that nigga in water.
You remember in Ghost when they tried to attack the nigga, but they went straight
it just kept
going. Like, God damn it, bitch, stay still.
She turned into like a USB drive on your ass. You be confused.
Oh my
you be
God,
like,
or motherfucking Bumblebee. No, I don't have time for it. I hate the world.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's the end of the show.
Yes. Thank you. Off the rails.
Off the rails.
Chris Rodgers, again, thank you for coming on. Support us. There's better content on Patreon, I promise you. I promise you. It's much more structured. There's layers. It makes sense over there. It makes sense on YouTube as well. Chris Rodgers edits 90 Day Fiance videos, so it's a good time. Here is where chaos and negativity and mayhem begins.
Which is what made you all love us in the first place. Unless you were the people who's like, I loved y'all until I didn't, you unfunny motherfuckers.
Anywho, thanks again, y'all. Chris Rodgers, you got final words?
Yeah, if you're a customer service worker, please comment below, like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh my God!
Oh no, don't do that! Don't do that!
Shout out my nigga Pookie.
Anyway, thanks y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, we're moving